Okay, hi, my name is Jackie Dennis, and I am doing Tompkins strategy number 14, the gallery walks. And I have Aaron and AJ, and they're my 5th grade students. All right, so boys and girls, yesterday in class we talked about reading a poem and the different parts of poems. So we read a couple poems from this Lives book, so we could compare what it was like to read a poem about a famous person compared to reading an article about them like we're doing for our famous people research. So since we didn't have time and we just started the vocab words the last class, so today what we're going to do is we're going to go over them again just so you can get them again, and then we're going to take a little quiz, and then we're going to have a gallery walk so we can read each other's bio poems. So to start out, who can tell me what rhythm is? Who remembers? Aaron?
A regular pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables.
Good job. So can you describe that in another way? I'll give you an example.
Like it flows.
Yeah. So kind of how it's written.
Like a song or something has rhythm, or a poem has rhythm.
Yeah. Good job. Okay, AJ, what about tone? Do you know what tone is?
Tone is the attitude the writer has towards the poem or a character. It's the mood of the poem.
Right. So depending on the tone, it depends on how you feel when you're reading a poem, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what about a symbol?
A symbol is a person, place, or thing that stands for. Yeah, stands for itself or something else.
Right. So for a symbol, it could be something that means something to you, but maybe doesn't mean something to someone else. So everyone can kind of have different symbols for themselves. And in poetry, they use symbolism a lot because they'll talk about one thing, but it stands for something completely different, which is why sometimes poetry is confusing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what about stanza?
Stanzas are kind of like the paragraphs of poems.
Right, so it's kind of how it's broken up. Okay, good job. And then refrain.
A phrase or line that is repeated in intervals with the poem, or like at the end of the stanzas.
Right, so refrain is what's going to repeat throughout. So some poems have refrains, sometimes they don't. But you'll be able to pick them out because you'll see it in multiple stanzas. So, good job. So, now what we're going to do is I want you to each take one of these quizzes. And I just want you to fill out the top section with the 5 vocabulary words so that I know that you know what they mean. Some tricky ones.
Maybe a little.
And there's a word bank on there also for you. Good job. Okay, are you both done?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so now what I want you to do is, last class we wrote our biography poems about the famous person that we're researching. So I want you to find those poems and pull them out for me. All right, awesome. So what we're going to do today is called a gallery walk. So what do you think we're going to do? Does it
Kind of like at a museum where we go and look at all the pictures and artwork.
Right, so when you're at like a gallery or museum, you look at it and then you kind of think about in your head what it looks like and what it means to you, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is everyone's going to go find a spot in the room and we're going to put up our poems, and I'm going to give you sticky notes. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down one positive comment for each poem that you read. And I want you to use at least one vocabulary word in your response. And it needs to be a complete sentence. And you can write more than one sentence, you can use more than one vocabulary word, but those are the 3 things that I want to see in it, okay? And make sure that you read the poem, and if there's something that's unclear, in the poem. Also, I want you to write that down so that you can help the person, whoever's poem that you're reading, make it better. Because what you want to be able to do with a biography poem is know the person after you read it. So if you read it and you don't feel like you kind of know the person, then make sure you write that down for your peer also, so that they can fix that. And then what I want you to do is I want you to leave the comments. They're sticky, so you just stick it right next to the poem, and then that way you can have all of the comments for your own poems, so you can make them better. So what I want you to do now is find a spot in the room, and then I'll give you a piece of tape to hang up your poems with.
Can I go on the whiteboard?
Yeah. Just don't cover up the vocab words, just so you all can see them. You go on the door.
What about right there?
Good job. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're just going to switch spots when I guys say go. And I want you to read the poem and then give you some sticky notes. Read the poem.
Thank you.
And then write down your at least one complete sentence using at least one vocabulary word. And make sure that at least one thing you write down is a positive comment. And then if there's things that you don't understand in the poem or you're confused on or something that you think would make it better, I want you to write that down also, okay? So go ahead and switch spots, and I'll give you a couple minutes to read and respond. So if I had a class, I would make sure that the students spend about the same amount of time with each poem, and they move to the right. That way it's uniform and nobody gets confused on where they're supposed to go next. This will make it flow easier and make it work better for the students, and so they don't get lost. And like I said, also these poems are about famous people that my students have been researching, so they should know their feelings and their thoughts and be able to fill out this paper without any trouble. So.
Do you sit down once we're done, or do you go back to our?
Just wait a second and then we'll switch spots so you can grab your poem.
Okay.
Are you done, Erin?
Yep.
Alright, so go grab your poems and then go back to your seats. Alright, awesome. So, I want to just kind of have a little discussion, and I want you to assess how you think that the gallery walk went. I want you to tell me what your favorite part was, something that you really liked, and then something that maybe you didn't like, or something that you think would make it better. So, who wants to go first?
I liked that in his poem about Hope Solo, the tone was really good because he made it feel like she was really determined.
Good. So did you feel like you kind of got to know her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you enjoy getting to read your peers' poems?
Mhm.
Good.
It was very informative.
Good. What about you, AJ?
Yeah, I really liked it. I liked learning about Isaac Newton and that he didn't like bullies. I didn't know that. One thing I think could be improved is adding a picture next to it.
That's a good idea.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think
So
too.
So just so you connect better.
yeah. Well, maybe during the afternoon time we'll draw pictures of what we think our people look like and go off of a picture from the computer so that you can draw your own pictures.
Awesome.
Okay, so what we're going to do next is you're going to take the comments that you got and kind of the critiques that you got and fix anything you think you need fixed in your poem. And then once it's done, then I want you to print it out again. And then we're going to use what AJ said, and we are going to draw pictures of our people so that when we hang them up in the hallway, we can hang up the picture and the poem.